Oh, look out, he's actually made a video that's not filmed in his garage. So we're finally having another little getaway. This time I've used HipCamp for the first time ever. I've always looked on there, used the app for ages, but never actually booked any spot. But yeah, being Easter weekend, I really wanted to go somewhere, but there's no way in hell I was going to stay at a caravan park. You wouldn't have been able to get into any anyway. I did have a bit of a look around, but nearly was going to book down at Port Fairy actually, because they did have a spot, but the weather was meant to be shit. It's improved a lot since then, so, but yeah, booked out since. I've booked this spot at Elaine, which is only an hour from my house. Yeah, it's on 550 acres and they only let like 2 people stay on it. Can't even see the other one, they're bloody miles away. But yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble finding a spot to set up camp. It's pretty windy today too, so I was thinking, oh shit, hopefully there's like an area where it's a bit protected. And because it's so open, as I just showed you. Yeah, but I've just set up the ute there because we've got these trees to our right and they're not like big ones or anything. So, and the tent's not going to be under them, it's going to be to the left of the ute, just to give it some protection from the wind. It actually feels good here though, doesn't it, compared to like over there. He said we can basically, we can set up wherever we want. But I think this is the best spot just for a little bit of wind protection. And yeah, so I'll show you around after, but there's a couple of dams, the deeper one there, and there's a smaller one off to the right. He said there's some big trout in this one too, and I actually love the fact that it's pretty dry. He said it's usually way deeper, so the less water there is, I've got more chance of actually catching something. So I've got my hopes up this time. I always chuck a ground sheet down just to save the tent sitting on the dirt. Not that I care about it getting dirty, but it's better walking in and out of the tent. You're walking on this instead of, you know, carting dirt inside of your tent. So I've got the Oztent RV5. I love this thing. That's the only downside. That's the size it packs up to. So it's got a little bit of weight to it. It's all right for me, but yeah, for some people might find it a bit heavy. Yeah, it's just lucky that I'm tough as, so it's not a drama. All right, this is the part I love. This is why they call it the 30-second tent. Jets off. And step inside and lift it up. Clip the sides in. Done. That's the main part done anyway. Yeah, they call it 30-second tent, obviously for that reason. But yeah, it's obviously not complete yet. Still got to peg it down, and I'll definitely use guide ropes. You don't have to use guide ropes if there's no wind. Oh, that's bedding done. Yeah, just 2 self-inflatable mattresses, which are comfy as. I've showed those before. Yeah, a couple of sleeping bags done. So you could leave the tent just like that. Like if I left that rolled up, you need to use the awning. Just makes it even quicker. Not that it takes that much extra time setting it up, but I always set it up even if it's just one night. I prefer having shade. As much as I love being outside, I hate sitting in the sun. Pretty much it. You don't need this, but I got this pole kit from Drifter, the Aussie camping company. They're bloody awesome. They're all like twist lock ones, but super lightweight as well. So I'll just put that on. Keep the front taut. I've just used these guide ropes for the first time ever. It's handy as they're always permanently attached to the tent in the little pocket there, so you just rip them out, stick them down. So I'll do the one on the other side, but yeah, I've never used them before. It's pretty solid the way it is. Obviously I just do 4 on the main tent on each corner. And yeah, that's about it. It looks better when I use, yeah, you're probably thinking, gee, that looks on the piss. Well, obviously it's got a rain runoff, so shut your trap. I've got some new additions to show you. First one is, I thought these chairs just looked ridiculous when I've seen them online. Like, yes, that's my new camp chair in that. That's what I love about it. My one was like that, but just bigger, wasn't it? Yours doesn't take up much space, but my one did, so I was jumped online, I was trying to find something, but without, you don't want something that's too uncomfortable either. But I'll set it up. If I don't like it, like after this trip, it's going to get a fair bit of use. I just won't bloody use it again. I'll get something different, simple. But I don't like them big ones. I know they're way comfier, obviously, but that's the thing with camping stuff. You sort of can't really have the best of both worlds, but that's actually quite comfortable for what it is. Obviously, I'm not saying, oh yeah, this is as good as those recliner ones and stuff like that. I'd love one, but I don't want to get one because they take up way too much space. So here's something I never thought I'd get. Bloody one of those shower awnings. And the only reason I only just got this like this week, purely for this trip. Because obviously I'm staying on someone's private property, so you can't go and take a dump, you know, even if you're digging a hole somewhere. Like, they don't want you doing that sort of stuff. So, and I've always had a chemical toilet there just sitting in my shed. So I thought, oh, like, you don't know what the properties are like when you go into, like, using that HipCamp. If it's spread out like this, you could probably get away with not using one. Just put it next to the car or something. But yeah, you don't know if the house is in view or stuff like that. This one's not, but I reckon I'm going to start doing stuff like this a lot more. But yeah, so for that reason, I thought, oh, well, I'll get one of these. They're not too expensive. How much was it? About 150 bucks or something, the Kick-Ass brand one. Yeah, just to sit the chemical toilet inside of, just for privacy, just in case, because you never know where a main road is too. You could be on one of these huge properties, but you might have a main road like right next to it. Anyway, even though there's a 1,000 videos on YouTube already showing you how they set up, I'll show you anyway. Just flip that back. 2 red tabs, that drops down. Flick the 2 arms out. Just good to go. That's it, just make sure the arms, the brackets, they're locked in. Obviously, yeah, it's got eyelets on the corners just to peg it down, which I will do. And then yeah, just got the door on the side there. So that's it, just using 2 pegs at the front. That seems to have made a huge difference. I wouldn't leave that up overnight, I don't think, unless I knew for sure it wasn't going to be windy. Yeah, I haven't checked the weather, what it's going to be like at this spot. But yeah, that's it. How's that, son? Just got to put the toilet in now. That's all good to go. And yeah, for anyone who subscribes and donates 10 bucks, I can send you a private video of how do I do number 2s inside. One thing I'm sort of spewing about is we can't have a fire. Not a big deal, but I was wrapped this morning because I was like, oh shit, yeah, where can I fit my fire pit? I've got one of those Drifter Stockton fire pits. There's tons of brands that do the exact same looking thing. But yeah, I did find the perfect spot for it. Squeezes right there between the jerry can and yeah, my 2 drawers there. So that slid in perfectly. I packed the 2 axes, a big one and this little tiny one, just down the side part there at the front. But yeah, as we were driving around and we pulled up to this site, yeah, the owner's just like, oh, it's probably a bit windy and a bit warm today. It's 29 today. So that's fair enough. I'm not one of those people who like cracks the shoots, oh, what, I can't have a fire. It's not camping without a fire. Yeah, it's really not that bad, so get over it, anyone who's like that. Oh, home run. So the majority of the stays that we do are always in caravan parks. It's definitely not my ideal sort of place. I prefer doing what we're doing right now, just like, and even though it's on someone's private property, like it still feels like we're proper bush camping, like finally for the first time. But because my son's so used to like caravan parks where there's so much stuff to do, I was a little bit hesitant. I was thinking, oh, I hope he doesn't get too bored and not want to do this, because it's something I love to do. So I really wanted to make it fun for him. So I got him a couple of things. I'm about to give them to him now, like nothing too flash or anything, but it's stuff that I would have loved as a kid. Stuff that you can use in this sort of environment where you're not surrounded by freaking playgrounds and like games rooms and stuff like that. It's good to get away from stuff like that, because honestly you see a different side in your kids, I reckon, like most kids anyway. I know for a fact with my young fella, when you go like when we go out to the highways and stuff like that, you know, when they're off their screens and stuff, you see them just go exploring and they just find fun in the most simplest stuff, you know. So it's wicked. So I want to get him more into this sort of stuff. So I've brought in a couple of things. I got him to wait around the side of the car. This is his first little kid-friendly pocket knife for anyone who is a big softie and is like, oh, why would you get your kid that? Settle down. Yeah, it's got like a rounded tip on it, so you can't like poke yourself or anything. But yeah, he'll be able to, like, you know, just for carving sticks and stuff like that, just real simple stuff. And I'm not one who would give it to him and like send him off on his own. Like, yeah, anyone who knows me, I always just watch him like a hawk. He's always under my guidance. So yeah, I reckon that's sick. He's old enough for that sort of stuff, and he'll only have it if I'm around. Like, it's not something that's going to sit in his like toy box he can get any time or anything like that. So yeah, I reckon he's going to love that. And a compass, not that you can see it, still in the box. We'll have a look at it in a second. But yeah, I had this idea on Easter morning, because we're going to be here Easter morning. I was thinking of, like, if I get up early enough on Sunday morning, got to whisper obviously, I'll hide like some like chockies around and stuff like that. And I was going to like either write a list or something, not that I've got paper, but maybe come up with something on my phone, like a list of instructions like you can use the compass with, and like, you know, tell him to, oh, you know, head northeast or something like that. Just, he's pretty good with directions and stuff like that, because there's a compass on the mirror of my ute. So yeah, just a random idea, whether it happens or not, because it's meant to rain on Sunday, so that could ruin everything. But I reckon that would be fun as fuck. Sorry for the language, but I reckon it would be wicked. It's something I would love to do, just to get him back to the basics, you know, stuff like that. And it's good knowledge, being able to be good with your bearings, good with directions and stuff like that, knowing simple things like north, south, east, west, you know, being able to, you know, look at the sun, use that for directions and stuff. Just when if you ever go tracking, you know, if he gets into that when he's older, he might be like, you know, completely lost. So it's just a bit of an educational thing, and I thought that would be fun, you know, doing a bit of a like egg hunt, but he's got to follow instructions his own using that tool. So yeah, I'll give it to him now, see what he reckons. Yeah, you can come out now, son. Hide in the toilet. He's not using it. Having a bat in the toilet, Jesus. There's a couple of things, they're nothing too flash, but.
Whoa, what's this? Oh, is that a pocket knife?
Yeah, give me that bloody thing. Yeah, it's like a kid-friendly one. It's made especially for kids. Well, hang on, I'll help you open it in a sec. Have a look at the other thing as well. That might be easy to open.
Compass?
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice little case. I haven't actually seen inside it. Yeah, that's the main lid. You can rip that bubble wrap off.
Now if we get lost, we can figure out where to go.
That's right, son. That looks pretty good. Well, yeah, grab the rubbish. Don't let that go away. This is something else I got off Amazon this week. One of those little jet blowers, rechargeable jet blower. Sorry, trying to do it one-handed right now. Yeah, it's that powerful. Almost looks like a bloody sex toy.
What?
No, nothing. Oh, look at that. Holy shit. That is powerful. Oh, watch your eyes, son. You can if you want. Zeph, go. Go, you're on. Grab it here. Grab it at the top. You've got something. Yeah, keep that line tight. Do you want me to grab I'll grab the net. Holy shit. Holy shit, mate. Yeah, pull it up. Yeah, take your time. That's a rainbow trout. I just saw it. Nah, that's good. He's just trying to run away, that's all. That's the sound of the drag. Look at him. That's going to make him tired. Pull it up. And I'll tighten and drag a little bit. Stop whining. All right, I'll try and net him when he gets close. He's not far, he's just there. You got to reel it, mate. He's definitely hooked well. Yeah. Oh, holy shit, that's slippery. I don't know why I need the net. Oh, he just broke off right there. Holy shit. You're kidding me. Look what you just caught.
He's done.
Awesome. Whoops. Well, that's the first night over and done with. I slept like shit, but that is nothing new. How good is waking up to this though? We're gonna have a fish again this morning. See if we can get ourselves another rainbow trout. I don't know if there's anything else in there, but I still can't believe that. Out of all the videos I've made, catching absolutely nothing and then to hook up on a rainbow, and I'm so stoked my son was here so I could just give him the rod. I'm sort of kind of spewing I didn't reel it in, but I reckon hopefully we'll have another crack and he can net the one that I get this time. But yeah, that absolutely made my day. I was so happy that he was able to do that. So that's just sparked it for him now. He'll want to do that heaps more. Good boy. Hang on, go easy. Just reel a bit, and as you go down, Zeph.
Get the net.
Yeah, just take your time. You don't have to rush. If you get him to here, I can net him. Bloody hell. Hang on, yeah, you steer him towards Dad. Got him.
Yeah.
Just gotta try and get the bloody hook out. Breakfast of champions. That's about as technical as I get. I just keep it simple when I'm camping, just because I'd rather have more time relaxing than having these big fancy cook-ups and shit like that. Mind you, tonight I'm actually gonna cook a bloody stir-fry, chicken stir-fry. How's that? Literally just said, oh yeah, I just cook real basic stuff. Well, that is basic, but I thought I might put a little bit of effort in just for a change. Yeah, and have something just a little bit different rather than just bloody sausages and bread or, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, good start to the day. I actually love this little toaster because it cooks it that fast. Not because of the toaster, that's because of this bloody stove. The output probably says up there somewhere. I don't know what the actual output is, but it's that powerful. You got to adjust these knobs. You got to take the knobs off when you buy these new. Otherwise, you can't simmer anything. Shit. Yeah, the flame's just too hot, even on the lowest setting. But yeah, I found this little hack on a YouTube video. You take the knobs off. Can't remember what you do. You wipe the grease off that it comes with, which seems weird, but it kind of makes sense. There's probably so much grease on there that it keeps springing back, like it does not stay on a simmer. But now, yeah, it's bloody good. That will do. Yeah, I don't know if this would interest anyone, but this is how we always make sure we've both got cold water to drink. We've got one of these each. So we'll fill that obviously when you leave the house with cold water to get a head start. Then I've got the 20 litre jerry can there, which is obviously not cold. But what I do is I just kind of goes in a circle. I fill this up, that sits in the fridge, and when our bottles run out, just top it up. Do the same thing again, fill this up, put it back in the fridge. By the time we've finished drinking, like this is cold again, just to refill. So yeah, that's how I do that. I was going to show you this too, not that it's very exciting. This bag was from Aldi, and it's one of my favourite bags because it's got that many pockets. This is basically me pantry. So this is where I keep all the dry food and stuff like that, and some snacks. Yeah, this thing pretty much lives in the car permanently. just for like day trips. There's always some sort of food in there. Yeah, I won't go into detail. Just like, you know, some, yeah, beans. Yeah, we don't like live on tin food or nothing like that. That's kind of like for snacks, or, you know, if you like baked beans and a toasted sanger or something like that. So yeah, that's handy, just having it in the ute all the time. But it's got pockets everywhere. I've got like some maps in there. Inside pockets here, there's like, you know, a cup of soups. What have we got in there? Lollies, that's the junk side, your favourite. Yeah, just muesli bars and just snack bars and stuff like that. So this is how I keep my bits and pieces charged up. Like I've got the dual battery there, so that's down the side there. So I'll just check what that's on. 73%, yeah, that's heaps. I'm still using AGM. I'll wait for that to stuff up before I upgrade to a lithium one. That's though so heavy though, not that it's a problem because I literally never take it out. That's 130 amp hour, that one. Yeah, bloody good though, it's never stuffed up or anything like that. And yeah, I've shown all this stuff before, but got the solar on top, which is actually filthy, so it's probably not even working to its full potential. But yeah, for the smaller things, even though that dual battery does have 2 cigarette lighter inputs and like 4 USBs, but rather than use that for everything, I just use this. I brought this, it's mainly for my good camera. But yeah, it lasts ages. I can charge the phone I don't know how many times. And I don't really have much to charge apart from, yeah, me and the young fella's phone, this camera, my little wireless mic, and just these things, which would probably last 2 nights, but I just always keep things charged during the day, just in case. All right, off we go. Alright, it's dinner time. I'm going to put in a little bit more effort for like the first time ever while I'm camping. Usually just one pan sort of meals. But we're going to have a crack at chicken stir fry, which is not hard at all. It's that easy, but yeah, this is the problem. I'm cooking my own rice. I do have a packet rice as a backup, but like I was saying about this stove earlier, I'm trying to simmer the bloody rice for 10 minutes, but yeah, it's basically boiling. It's on as low as it can go. But yeah, all I'm going to do is cook the chicken up. I'm pretty sure I don't need 1 kilo of chicken either, but that's all I had in the shop. That's what we're getting. And yeah, I'll throw in, what's this? A superfood mix. It's not really what I wanted either, but it should be something semi-healthy. And yeah, I'll just pour a bit of this shit on. What is it? Honey, soy and garlic. We'll see how it turns out. It'll be edible. Fuck, we're really not fussy with food, but yeah, this is something, definitely don't normally do this sort of stuff for camping. But yeah, obviously I know it's not hard, but still. Yeah, it'd be something pretty tasty anyway. Hopefully it turns out. If not, I don't know. Looks like we're driving half an hour to Ballarat to get a pizza. Well, so far, she's looking pretty good. Nice and colourful too, compared to what we had last night, just hamburgers, which was still good. That's what my son actually wanted those again, but it was only a pack of 4, and yeah, they're all gone. So that's looking pretty good though. We'll see how that rice is actually looking pretty good. Perfection. Just like everything I do. What a wanker. Well, that was a success, I reckon, in my opinion. That looks wicked, especially, you know, compared to last night. Not that there was anything wrong with that, but yeah, something a bit more healthy. Give it a taste test. Holy shit, yep. Big thumbs up from me. Yeah, because I cooked it. No, that's actually wicked. I'm proud of that. Good morning and happy Easter, everyone. Well, we've been blessed with the rain. I think most of it rained last night. I've been checking the weather like almost every hour yesterday, thinking, oh, I hope we're not packing up in the rain. I think most of it came last night. It wasn't even heavy either. I just remember waking up to a bit of light rain. But how's this? Woken up to an absolute magic morning. How good is that? So I've just been trying to get some snaps of it. Taking bloody sunrise photos for forever. That's wicked. Alright, while my son's still sleeping, it's a little bit unprepared, but I didn't know the weather was going to be this nice. Thought it was going to be pissing down rain, so I thought, no, I'm not going to be able to do this. I've just grabbed his chockies and bloody notepad. I've got my compass app open because I want him to use his own new compass that he just got. Oh, there's some glass. Chuck that in. Stop one. I reckon I'll start off with the small ones. I'll make them that obvious. Straight on top like that. There's number 2 done. 3 to go. Ooh, I'll stay there. Number 3. I was a bit paranoid when I had this idea. I was thinking, oh, what if we come back and they're just like covered in ants or something? That'd be my luck. But no, it should be right. They're all wrapped up, obviously. Yeah, this thing, it's like a bloody salt lamp. Salt rock. I don't know where it's come from, the actual property or not. Just something random that's been sitting in that container right next to the dam. There we go, number 6, all done. See if the young fella's awake. Just making me first coffee for the whole trip, purely because I forgot to buy milk till yesterday. Stopped on our way back from Ballarat. I bloody love this thing. I've shown it before, but yeah, I don't have a jet boil or nothing like that. Good old Camp Master from Kmart. $50, or there might be more now, I can't remember. But yeah, bloody does a good job. Here's another thing I've started doing a little bit of research on, like last night in the tent. Started looking up water tanks for the ute. I did ages ago then, I just thought, nah, stuff that, just use a jerry can, which I probably still will just stick to that because, yeah, it's been working fine, and yeah, that's how I get the water from it without having to touch the jerry can. Tastes like arse. I'll do the pedals, you just steer. Whoops, forgot to put in gear. All right. Just like your game at home. Doing good. I'll go a little bit faster. All right, so just go straight a little bit and then turn before it goes downhill. One of my favourite parts of this trip has actually been watching my son. He's starting to turn into little Mr. Independent. Like he's just off. He's real comfortable just doing his own thing. I'm always near him, but yeah, he's been loving it. It's making him feel good too. Like yesterday, we're down there fishing and he's like, oh, I reckon I've had enough now, Dad. I might head back to the tent. And I said, yeah, no worries, I'll just have a couple of casts and I'll come with you. And he's like, no, it's all good. I can look after myself now. He's had the biggest grin on his face. Yeah, so that's awesome to see. But that's what doing this sort of camping does for kids, I reckon. Yeah, just with no one else around, and yeah, gets them into nature and just finding how to have fun in the real simple things. But yeah, I do dread the day, you know, when he's older and just wants to hang out with his mates. I don't know what I'll do with myself. But yeah, that's something you can't avoid really. Well, I've got no doubt we're always going to have like a real awesome relationship. But yeah, you can't just be hanging around me forever. But yeah, I'll start doing solo camping trips. Yeah, that's a long way away. Young fella's got one. Did he get off? Holy shit, look at him go. He's on a roll. Well, it got off. Do you know why it probably got off? Remember, I crimped the barbs on the hook. Yeah, you can still catch them, but they just will get off easier, but unbelievable. That's still tripping me out, that, like, to go from just getting no action every other fishing trip we've done. Obviously, it's a big difference. It's almost like cheating in a very... the guy said it's a deep dam, but it's like, look where the sides are. Look where it's normally up to. It's just so dry down this part of Vic at the moment. But yeah, it's like, in a way, it's like fishing in a bathtub. You're bound to get something, except for me. I honestly don't care though, as long as he's getting them. Like, without my help too, that first one, I hooked up, but passed the rod straight to my son, because yeah, I didn't want him to miss out. Now it's me missing out. I'll let it the part where I've been crying. Yeah, that's why I make the most of just all this time. Like, you don't have to constantly be going places and doing stuff or spending money on them. Like, yeah, you don't have to do shit like that. Just giving him time, even if it's at home, just playing with him as much as I can and stuff like that. Well, I reckon that'll do for us. The battery's about to die on my camera, and I think we've had enough now. No luck today, except for before. Sun hooked up, it got off right at his feet. That's all good. If you've made it this far, thanks heaps for watching. And if anyone is interested in where this one is, it's definitely not a secret spot or nothing. It's just one of the places on HipCamp. So yeah, just let me know in the comments if you want. And yeah, I'll let you know which one it was, and I'll see you on the next adventure.